Busy week, another ladder race. This time we're going against a newer team for us, the Cryo-gen Spandex Spartans. This one's two times the Toefield Tornado course in the new New York map. Out of the gates, this one, I'm not on my best form, dealing with a bit of a man cold and lack of sleep, so just hoping to hold on. It's kind of an interesting crit style course, shorter, definitely sprint finish, but there are two about 50-second to 1 minute climbs for our category, back to back on each lap. So it does break things up a little bit. The plan was to attack, try and drop some folks over the climbs here. My steering's a little bit off. My left hand controller, I guess, was short on batteries, and when it's short on batteries, it seems to just stick and throw me out to the left. So luckily, I was able to mid-race grab a my USB-C cable that I keep close by and plug it in to charge during the race and still be able to use it. So it did get back to normal eventually, but throughout the early parts of the race, I am kind of steering erratically all over the road. Nice thing about having all these spin segments is that there are a lot of power-ups. This time, again, they've seemed to have gone away from the ghost and the burrito that we were getting every week for the longest time, and we had draft and feather, which are perfect for this course. Feather's always nice on these short climbs. It lasts about the same amount of time as the climb, so you can get a lot of benefit from this. So, and here we're still all together. Our snow goes up at the beginning of this first climb. I stick with them. See that we've got some people off the back from the team, so I push a little bit. See, we've got Andrews there, 1 second back, struggling a bit, 2 seconds back. So we continue to push over the top. Let's see if we can make that gap stick, or at least put a little hurt into the legs just early in the race, and then there are more climbs, and then hopefully drop them. But here we see Andrews still 3 seconds off the back, so we're going to go to the front, not push too hard, but just continue to push, make it hard for him to catch back on. Here we're at the second climb already. They're pretty close back to back. He's coming back on, but then again we push hard here, going up over the top to try to see if we can drop him on this climb. We're all working together here, trying to get over the top. Now we've got 7, 8, 9 seconds. So now we've got the numbers advantage in the front group. We discussing in the group. Now we're going sort of around the circle 2 times, 3 times. I'm not sure how many times it goes around in this course, but we ride around the circles. So the gap is out there, but he hasn't thrown in the towel. He's still putting in decent power. So we are going to still continue to work on the front a little bit, but not too much. So it was good strategy for him to keep pushing, just to make sure that we had to continue to work on the front. So we're just throwing in a few things here and there. Jay's going off the front, see if they'll chase. They do chase, get him down, get him back, but we just want to make sure that they're not able to just sit in and rest and relax to the finish, because even with a one person down, going 5 versus 4 in the sprint, it's still possible for the team with shorter numbers to win if they are well rested and can take the higher places in the sprint. So the numbers with Andrews, it's always hard to tell with this one here. He is starting to come back a little bit. And now here I'd go off the front a little bit just to see, again, make them do a little bit of work, make sure that Andrews stays off the back, and that we can continue to hold this numbers advantage and not let them rest too much. Now Blake goes off the front a little bit here, just doing the same thing, just making them work to catch the wheels. We don't want them too well rested going into the climbs or the finishing sprint. Now we're about to go head downhill here. Now we're all kind of resting up. We see the gap is out to 20 seconds to Anders in the back. Jay goes off the front again, and now we've got both Arsenal and PM, I'm not sure his name, but they both catch up. And now we're coming back in, ready to go downhill. And we haven't dropped anyone, but again, we just want to make sure that everyone's doing a little bit of work and not just resting completely into the sprint. And it plays well into their hands if they're able to do that. And so yeah, we're just continuing on, still all stuck together. There's not really any other points of attack that we can really put any significant hurt in between now and the climbs. So after those few punches in the circles and just out of the circles, we just held on, knowing that we would try to make a move on the attack again. Tim's going off the front a little bit here, but again, he's just around 4 watts a kilo. Nothing that's going to create any sort of separation, but just making everyone work so that no one can just rest up and then maybe take advantage of that rest coming up here on the climbs, or like I said, the finishing sprint. So they're pushing up here pretty hard coming up this first climb, not the official climb in the route, but still enough to shake people off. We had a little bit of separation for a second there on the climb, but nothing that stuck. PM is still pushing hard on the front here, really strong throughout the race. Both PM and Arsenal, they played the race really well. Like I said, they sat in, they caught all of our moves, especially having one rider down. It's always hard, but they played it really well. So here they're going to go up the road on Arsenal goes up the road on this climb. Jay's able to make the catch. I'm coming up here behind. Lupiak goes over the top here. We've got a second separation, but again, nothing that's going to hold. Now it's just sort of going around the circles before the finish, and just we're really hoping for just a sprint finish here. We feel we've got some good numbers, a lot of good sprinters on the team that we should be able to pull out the team win. But here we see Arsenal going off the front. Jay's able to pull that back. I'm feeling terrible at this point in the race. I'm slowly coming back, but then we see PM goes off the front again. Jay's able to pull that back, but I'm just, the rest of us are kind of stuck in too tired and wanting to hold on for the sprint. So they're up there, just the two of them up the road, 1.5 kilometers to go. We're not trying to chase them back. We're confident in Jay's ability in the sprint. He's really strong, doing a lot of work recently, so we feel that that should be a good one there. But then also Tim, Stephen, and I are decent sprinters in the second group. Then we should be able to take some good places here. So now we are finally coming out of the circles here. It's going to be sort of flat, slightly downhill into the finish. They're about 5 seconds up the road. We're not going to catch here, but then you'll see here, Stephen just drops a huge watt bomb, almost 16 watts a kilo. He's able to gap. I forget about my draft boost until the last second, but still I get around for 6th. Jay pulled off the win. Stephen was 3rd. Tim was 5th, 6th, and Blake was 8th. So we did pull off the team win with this one. Fun race. The Spandex Spartans played it really well. So we finished up 32 to 23, and then we'll see the power numbers come up here in a second, and sort of all the finishing spots. Great race overall. Really had a lot of fun with these guys. See you next week.